what Jason has gone through is obviously very significant in his personal life, but he's also said he's struggling a bit with motivation. I mean, when you've been the #1 player in the world, you've climbed that mountain, you've won a major championship, all of a sudden it gets a little bit harder to wake up early in the morning and maybe work as hard as you were working because you've already achieved the pinnacle of the sport.
Yeah, let's take away all the issues off the course with his mom and his injuries. This is a guy who won a major championship and hasn't won one since then. And we've seen that with a few guys. Henrik Stenson, since he won the Open Championship. Henrik really hasn't done much. Jimmy Walker, since winning the PGA. They get that taste, and then, it'll be interesting to see how Sergio Garcia responds after winning the Masters. He played well this week, which I thought was a good sign for him, but to rev the engine up again, to get to that point, to put in the work. And Jason has a lot going on off the course. He's a family guy. He's always made it clear that his #1 priority is his family ahead of golf. So I can see where he's coming from saying, getting charged up for the Byron Nelson, it must be a little bit difficult. It's not, you're not playing in a major. You're not playing in the PGA Championship.
I also wonder if it's a little bit something that we as the media manufacture a little bit too, because I think that we look at these golfers who are doing so well, and you could say this for any of the top guys. You could say this for Rory, you could say it for DJ, you could say it for Spieth. I think that since Tiger, we've been looking for a way to push on this killer instinct onto other golfers. And it really hasn't happened. We're seeing more frequently that these guys are happy to do well, and sure, they have that fight and that urge to do well and to win on tour, but it's not the same. And I wonder if we look at them and just sort of keep comparing them to Tiger and his killer instinct, and that's really not going to happen again. And Jason himself has said, I never wanted to chase anyone. I never wanted to be better than Tiger. I wanted to win a major, and I wanted to get to #1, and he did that. He's not going to pack it in yet, but he's sort of accomplished what he set out to do.
That's a great point, because we were obviously spoiled by Tiger, but we were also spoiled a little bit by Spieth's run where he won the back-to-back majors. You don't see that anymore. Rory goes on his little runs every 3 or 4 years, but reeling off major after major or winning, 6 times in 8 events. No one does that anymore. And unfortunately, the standard was set by Tiger. A great point by Marika that we're kind of holding everyone, looking for the next person to do that. Maybe that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'd say tour players have a lot more modest goals this time around than what we saw from Tiger Woods. Well, Marika and Ryan, thank you so much, as always, for your time and insight. And thank you all for joining us on this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. We'll see you right back here next week.